Hey everybody, I had to jump on here today. Listen, woo, when you are doing what God has told you to do, when you are determined to walk in your purpose, when you are determined to do what God has been putting on your heart to do, everything is going to come against you. When I say everything, I mean everything. Every opposition, everything is going to come up against you. Like, I kid you not, I've been trying to get something done since 6 a.m. this morning. It is now 1:45 p.m. I done been to 3 or 4 different locations. Like, everything is saying no. Everything is saying no when God told me yes. God, you told me yes. So why is everything saying no? It's gonna be warfare. It's gonna be warfare when you're doing what God has told you to do. It's gonna be something that's gonna try to stop you. And so God is allowing these things to see, are you determined to do it? Can I trust you? Do you really want it like you say you do? Are you determined? How determined are you? Be persistent, be consistent, be resilient in all that you know God has called you to do, has told you to do. If it's a vision that God has given you, I'm telling you, take the necessary steps. God is going to bring the people, he's going to bring the resources, he's going to bring everything that you need. But when opposition come and you get some no's and go to the next place, and you get some more no's, go to the next place, because if you know God told you to do it, if you know that's what the Lord told you to do, then you must do it. And I guarantee, with your persistency, with your consistency, and you being resilient, ain't nothing going to stop you. You're going to get to what it is that God has for you. You're going to walk in the purpose that God has for you. You're going to do what it is that the Lord needs you to do here in the land of the living. Every opposition is going to try to make you stop. Every devil in hell is going to try to make you think that that is not what God told you. But I need somebody to stand and know. If God told you, if God placed it on your heart, he is going to see you through. Keep going through the no's, going through the opposition, keep going through the bank issues, keep going through it all, because God is going to get the glory in it all. This stuff do not come easy. When you are walking in the will of God, it's not going to come easy. It's not going to be handed to you, but you have to be determined and say, I know this is what God told me. I know this is the will for my life. I know that this is the purpose for my life. How do I know? Because I've been spending prayer time with him. How do I know? Because I've been consistent in my word. How do I know? Because I hear the spirit of the Lord speak to me. We know that the word tells us that my sheep know my voice, and a stranger they will not follow. And so if you know the voice of the Lord, then you know what he's telling you to do. Do not be discouraged. Do not be dismayed when things try to knock you off course. Do not be dismayed when you get a no, or you get turned down from something that you know is what you're supposed to be doing. Do not. You have to push through. I promise you, push through. And in the end, God is going to get the glory. I love y'all. I had to get on here because y'all, I had a little meeting last night, and I ended up preaching, but I didn't know I was going to preach, but that's what God wanted me to do. And so I was referring back, I was letting the women know, like in that movie Moana, the Disney movie Moana, I was watching that with my kids, and I've watched it over and over again because it's a beautiful movie. Like, it's just colorful and everything. But last night I seen that movie in a whole different way. Last night, when I was looking at it, God was speaking like, listen, Moana is the one that God chose. Where they say the water chose her in the movie. Really, it was the Spirit of the Lord that chose her to go to the other side, beyond the reef. Remember, her father had put all their boats, he had them hid because he was scared. Everybody was scared. Everybody before her was scared to go beyond the reef. But what they needed was beyond the reef. What they needed was in the discomfortable place. What they needed was in the uncomfortable place. What they needed was on the other side that her father was scared to go to, that her grandmother was scared to go to. What they needed was on the other side. And so God, the water, chose Moana to be the one to go and get what it was that the people needed. And when she was on her way, her boat flipped over. her and her pet chicken fell out the boat. She fell to the bottom of the ocean. She fell to the bottom of the ocean. She hit her leg on the rock. She had to tear off another rock to unloosen herself. When she made it to the shore, she had a big knot and bruise on her foot. So when you got a calling on your life and you got something that you need to be doing and God has purpose for you, there's gonna be opposition. That movie just spoke to me last night, like in a way that I never, like I said, I watched it over and over many a times. But even in that, she was determined to get to the other side, beyond the reef, where her father was scared to go. And when she was on her way, everything tried to stop her from getting over there. But she was persistent and she was consistent and she was determined to get to the other side of beyond the reef, the uncomfortable place. And when she made it to the uncomfortable place, that's when the place that she left began to flourish, because she went to the uncomfortable place to get the things that they needed. Remember in the movie, when she was back there with her father now, the fish was not coming up on shore anymore. There were not any fish being found. Their plants and everything started to die, so they had no food. It was a famine coming in the land. But Moana was chosen to go beyond the reef so that she can bring the people out of the famine. And so when she went beyond the reef, through the obstacles, through the boat being thrown over, through the rock being stuck on the rock in the bottom of the ocean, through it being tossed through and fro, and she made it over to the other side, she was able to bring her people the deliverance they needed. She was able to bring her people back those fish. The fish just became to come. And when she got that little green thing up inside of, the heart of the whoever, you got to go watch the movie. It's all going to make sense. But when she put the heart of that thing back in, it allowed the flowers to bloom and the fish came up and they had plenty to eat, a land flowing with milk and honey. So I just want to tell somebody, if you know that God has told you to do something, if you know and you know it, you know when God told you to do something. Can't nobody tell you that he didn't tell you that. It's a feeling that you get. It's a confirmation that he continues to confirm that, hey, I said this. And being obedient and going through all the obstacles. When I tell you there's going to be some obstacles, the obstacles I have faced on today. But like Moana, I'm going to the other side. I'm going to the side where my mother was scared to go to break up any generational curse. I'm going to the other side to bring generational healing. I'm going to the uncomfortable place so I can set the captives free. Y'all better watch that movie. Oh, go watch that movie. And y'all gonna get that revelation. I'm trying to tell you. That had me on a whole nother level last night. I said, come on, Disney. Because you was saying a whole word right here. For real. So, y'all, I don't care what come up against you. If you know if that's what you're supposed to be doing, don't let nothing stop you. Every demon in hell gonna come against you. But you stand on what God told you. You stand on the word of God. You stay consistent in your prayer life. And you watch God move. Woo! Watch God move. I love y'all. Y'all have an amazing day. Glory be to God. Y'all take care. Goodbye.